Welcome back to the National Bowls Centre on National Finals Day. Thanks very much for joining us. Just more than an hour now until the decisive matches get underway. They all start at the same time of 2 o'clock, so we're only able to bring you one of them live on the Bowls Scotland socials and iPlayer. That'll be the men's final between Eaglesham's Alan Gray and Jedburgh's Alistair White. Before then, we've got one of the youth pairs semi-finals, which has just got underway between Abbey and Queensferry. And to bring you coverage of that, we'll cross to our commentary team of Colin Noon and Paul Mitchell.
Thanks, Andy. Well, what a championship it has been so far, and one of the most competitive disciplines have been the youth pairs championships here in 2023. We have reached the semi-final stage. We will be featuring Abbey against Queensferry, as Andy said, and Lincarty taking on Leslie in the other. And we're underway on the opening end. Just wanting this to hold and come across. So David Cargill and Ben Teviotdale out of Abbey from Arbroath, and Matthew Binney and Michael McLean from Queensferry. Colin down alongside me, and as always, the opening end, you don't want to lose a big count. You don't mind getting a big count, but you just want to keep it nice and tight and just try and find your line and length, which isn't easy because they've played on other greens today already.
That's right, Paul. All of these players have actually started very well here. We've seen already this morning. It's a tricky rink, but already they've started to build a decent head in there, and I think just the red ball perhaps lying shot there. David Cargill now up the forehand.
Watching that closely.
David Cargill's shot's not changed here. He'll just be trying to promote that short one. Just overplaying it a touch.
Oh. Always worthwhile coming up, having a little look.
The stands have filled up again nicely with all the remaining youth matches on the one green, so it's great for these youths to have a good crowd behind them as they play, and they'll get lots of encouragement from the stands.
Let's give them this a chance. Just easing up. Queensferry with the red stickers, Abbey with the blue.
I'm sure David Cargill will attempt the same shot here. He needs to be slightly careful. He doesn't want to play this with too much weight. That's a single blue ball in there.
On the angle favouring one red, but we shall see.
Michael's choice of shot here may indicate that he's shot down. It's very close.
Let's give it a run. He's nicked it out nicely.
Ball. The Queensferry pair were looking for 2 there, which I think was conceded.
And off to a good start. So we've got a lot of bowls to get here. Abbey coming through section 1. They won 4 of 6 games. 8 points for 34 against 34 shots, but 1 point ahead of Cockenzie and Port Seton, and also Palmyra. And that's a really nice opening ball. Watching this one drop in as well.
Yeah, it's good leading already.
And what's the response like?
Just finished a couple of feet short there, I think. Not in Matthew's way.
Gave that a good effort, just turned over his opponent's ball.
Yeah, Matthew just on the top side there, quite unlucky to pick out the wrong ball. Gives Ben a chance to turn this one through. Real harm done.
Quite a nice tight head actually, just a couple of balls falling away but quite tight.
Yeah, if they can keep this standard up, we'll be in for a really good game here. Michael just unlucky there, he's gave the shot away. But the important thing is he still has play.
And there's a fair mix of blue balls in there.
Probably the right idea from Michael, just needs a fraction of green.
Here's Michael McLean in Off the backhand.
If he holds his line, he's very close.
If he likes something to happen here, and he's come through, got a little tick off the top, and has come in to draw the shot.
Not dissimilar shot for David now. In fact, he has it on either hand. He'll be looking to set the white one out for two. He has some back cover too, so he has a reasonably good opportunity here, provided he's in that window of a foot either side of the jack. Choosing to go quite big here. It's close.
Yeah, it's got a fair bit of weight. Disturbed the head. Well, it's close. There's a blue one at the front, and there's the red one just to the side. It's very wide. Suggests he's confident that they're lying.
David playing through with some pace again.
Yeah,
just on the right side.
Depends what he hits and comes in.
Oh dear.
The law of unintended consequences. And he comes in and nips the shot there. Well, not quite the way he drew it up. Here's the way it ended.
No, good head of balls all the same. So you know, a good start from all four players.
And teed it down, showing off the Boston Red Sox hat. And if you're a fan of baseball, you will get the reference to the famed team from Fenway Park, Green Monster and all. Again, we've seen this quite a few times, that leads or the singles players opening up on different hands. Might be forced into a change here though.
Yeah, he has already. That's a good adjustment. There's the consequence of that hand, Paul. If you just go across the line, it just runs out the way.
Yeah, it was never coming back in.
Ben catching it too. The starting line is probably on the blue ball that's sitting in the front there. We don't want to go much wider than that.
And then you get fearful of going out too far. You can just sometimes just glance yourself across.
There's a better line. Close to the jack now.
David just wants him to take it. If he's going to get it, he has done so. And there's a nice line too. Wasting no time though. Matthew. Almost had to wait for the job, but off target. Now a little chance here for David. Try and put a little bit of pressure on here.
Yeah, you can tidy this up a little bit in the forehand. He can rock the balls down behind the jack, or he can touch the jack just a little bit further to make it much more difficult for Michael. The front balls won't help.
Taking a very wide line.
Yeah, he's chosen to go the other side. It's not a silly place to be honest.
Actually lands quite well, because if it is disturbed off the forehand with a little bit of weight, he's certainly in a receiving position. Has left the hand open though. Michael has given this a chance.
Very close.
Yeah, disturbed it well, and he'd moved the jack towards the green ball, which is his own.
Yeah, he's got a maximum result there, hasn't he? He's just shaved the jack over to his own ball.
And all of a sudden the shot changes for David. I got a feeling if he got either side of that it was going to be okay, but he has opened it up slightly.
Yeah, he's turned it in for a shot, but he has given himself a chance. Michael just picked that high line. It's not coming back from out there.
Narrower. Let's see what he's got from this.
It's in the area. Needs a contact. And he has it, just the wrong side again.
Still those green balls in pole position.
Just needs to run to the ball. Great try. David won't need to correct too much here from his last delivery. Something very similar will just about yield a result.
Arguably just a little bit too much pace to give that chance to really finish.
Just overplayed it a fraction.
Last ball at the end, Michael McLean. Away quickly, comes off the mat quickly. Let's see what he's done. Looks a little heavy from the indications of his partner.
Yeah, a bit quick.
No damage, 2 shots. It's a good start to this youth pairs semi-final between Queensferry and Abbey. Queensferry, well, they came through a tough group, section 3. 4 teams won 4 of 6 games. Deantown and Roswell, Stranraer, Wigton and Carrick now out of Edinburgh, all on 8 points. Queensferry with a shots difference of plus 31 got there ahead of Deantown, Roswell, who were plus 14. was a tough old section. You know, it's not easy actually when you lose 2 games and still to come through. Really, some really strong pairs in that.
Yeah, there's been some tough sections here this week. The pairs none more so. There's some really good quality in all disciplines. To be honest. So yeah, it shows you it is possible to lose a couple and get through.
Yeah, Queensferry's big one came against Glea, 17-3. That gave them a plus 14.
It's a good start from Ben. Very consistent.
Yeah, we're on end 4. He's probably been the most consistent player.
Yeah, I think all 4 players will be reasonably happy with the way they've started. They're getting chances to convert heads. They're getting chances to score shots. So, and the heads have been reasonably tight.
Urging that to come behind. It's actually not a bad ball in itself. One of the old truisms of bowls: if you're going to miss behind. Goes a little bit narrow. Certainly can afford to arrive with the 2 green balls sitting in behind.
Yeah, he can. He just nipped the line a bit there, so I'm sure he'll make that correction with his next one.
David would like to come in just behind the jack. Nestling between those green balls when he's coming all the way through.
If you're watching this closely.
Again, he's building a nice little cache for a receiver.
Yeah, as David needs to be careful here. He'll be desperate to add another, but he doesn't want to play it for them. Yes, well played. A few chances now for Michael.
2 balls to come, his last ball. And all you can ask if you're not lying is to have an opportunity to convert, and there's certainly a great opportunity here.
You can play this on either hand, whatever his preferred side is. He may be slightly concerned he's had 3 goes on the backhand and has picked inconsistent lines. Let's see what he chooses. He'll
stay where he is.
I think he's still the top side of this.
Yeah, he had the option to come across.
Nice opportunity for David to play a wide draw. Just to set the white ball over once.
Well, he's going to pick up a big count, barring disaster.
He's not short here.
Just came through the hole. That's a good pick up for David Dale and David Cargill. So a pretty tight opening to this youth pairs semi-final. We weren't expecting anything less. So 2 doubles for Queensferry, a single and a 3 for Abbey. Neither have picked up consecutive ends thus far.
Great start from Ben.
That's perfect. Well, Matthews after it with the first ball.
Yeah, it's not a bad home though.
And that's a really good effort. This is where it's about trying to build the head, give your skip the balls that he can play with and use.
Yeah, I mean, ideally Ben just wants to be a couple of feet to a yard by this on the wide side. He's just overcooked it on the wide side though, but as long as it's beyond the jack. Michael will be happy with that.
Someone to do the work for them. There was the danger.
It was indeed.
Well, some good play from both Matthew Binney and Ben Taylor, the 2 leads.
Yeah, they are building good heads, Paul, on a tricky rink. Like we've seen that already today. It's not the easiest, but they're mastering it well.
And providing good entertainment as well. It's been a good tussle. It's a 40-minute game, going to make every end count. Well, that's just served to knock it through. Probably looks even worse now.
Yeah, I think it's worse in terms of the shot count.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of being able to play a shot and convert the head, he may have made it slightly easier for himself.
Well, those 2 green balls look very attractive to rest on.
blue ball in the front is probably quite a nice guide for David if he can just slip by that on the wide side. See what he chooses to play. If he's clear, he's close.
Oh, well, he's opened it up. That's the good thing.
Yeah, there's a choice on either side now if he wants it.
Michael trying to make his job more difficult for David. And he's just going to come through.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
Gives himself play as well now. Touch on the jack from Michael kind of yields a nice count.
So the red stickers on the balls belonging to Matthew Binney and Michael McLean. Queensferry pair. And appropriately enough, the blue stickers on both sets of blue balls.
So he's under the line.
What does he promote? Well,
I think that gives Michael every cause to play this just over the weight and turn the jack.
Well, after this you certainly get one more end, possibly two. That's how quick the players are.
Yeah, we don't have the umpire's clock, but we would estimate there's about 8 minutes to play.
Trying to get those two green balls without moving the jack, because moving the jack and not staying with it would be costly. And if he can lift out those green balls.
Best effort yet, I would suggest.
Yeah, he's close.
Corner's
Might
perfect.
borrow that.
Well,
No. He's taken one out, but he might have brought the back ball into play.
still has that shot on to trail the jack here. He just needs to be careful that if he does play it, he doesn't get the bottom side of the jack and skin it to the two blue balls. So some high reward,
Indeed.
but there is also a risk.
Entertaining the busy crowd around the green here. Plenty of support.
Certainly on the safe side. Great weight for the job.
Yeah, decided he wasn't going near that. So Queensferry re-establish the lead. And as I say, two more ends would be realistic. Just again, just depends on how quickly we go here. Group play yesterday and again this morning, but it is winner take all place in the final.
Ben's picked some great lines down there. He's just missed the pace here, but he's picked great lines coming down that forehand side.
Yeah, he's picked it out pretty well.
Slightly surprised Matthew hasn't followed him.
I mean, there's definitely a run out on that, but he seems to be picking the line out pretty well, and if you use that as your guide. It's almost as if he was listening.
Yeah, he's put a good one here.
Yeah, there's the reward.
Still room. Can he get inside the front one?
Looking to repeat, but if he was to come round...
He didn't like that when he let it go, did he?
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Because normally these guys know exactly when it's good, bad or indifferent, but I'll tell you what, that'll go in the good bucket.
He's given Ben just a bit of a stop there, if he can pick line and length.
Puff out the cheeks from David Cargill. Work to do here. Forced to the other side due to that short ball from Michael. Good doing that falling and looking on. It's probably going to stay on the bias. Well, he's a little bit narrow.
He's on the wrong one as well.
Yeah, the shot's gone. Well, that changes it. Michael's still got a ball to dig himself out, but 2 balls left for David.
Just overplayed it.
Oh, big moments now. Queensferry and Abbey. 2 shots separating. Well, the time signal seems to have gone, therefore this will be the last end, we suspect. And if that's the case, take as long as you like, because you need 2 shots here somehow to force it to an extra end.
Yeah, Michael and Matthew are just looking at the danger here, I think, of dropping a 3. They've identified a spot in the back corner where they could lose a 3, but of course David Cargill could draw another, which would force us to an extra end.
It's all about the tactics. A board ball here. Oh, Michael.
Well,
it's coming to the back to try and get in amongst those blue balls just in case.
It's far from perfect, so There is an opportunity here, but he needs to make his mind up. He's either playing a dead draw to force the game to an extra end, or he's playing it with a yard over to hopefully trail the jack into that pile of blue balls that you see there.
Well, big decision up ahead for Ben Davidale and David Cargill.
And it's a difficult one, Paul, because that hand that they have to play the yard over on just seems to be hanging off a little, and the pace may just let it drift by on the wide side.
Well, big decisions on young shoulders here. Place in the national finals, youth pairs is at stake.
Make your mind up time, commit to it 100%.
Here goes.
Needs good luck now.
Yeah, looks narrow.
It's not finished.
Oh, it's coming. Well, he got a little bit of luck when he needed it. And now they're turning and saying, what do we do next? Well, if it's a 2, as I understand it, it's an extra end.
Yeah, that's my understanding too. They'll take some guidance from the umpire.
Well, it should be a toss of a coin as well. Well, there's certainly 2. The front blue ball we didn't think was in. And it isn't.
Yeah, extra end.
So 6 apiece it finishes, Queensferry and Abbey. That little nick just doing enough for David Cargill to get the 2, so we will go to an extra end. Winner takes all, a place in the final at stake. That was a big ball.
It certainly was. I mean, he definitely got fortunate there, and of course he would recognise that. But you know, maybe that was the right shot to play, bit of weight, and sometimes you just need to get that little bit of luck. Of course, the Queensferry boys won't see it that way. They will be absolutely gutted that that's denied them a place in the final thus far, but they have another chance.
So all to play for, winner takes all, place in the final of the youth pairs. David trying to urge that one forward. Well, it's been a good game. A good semi-final. Both leads have had their moments. Been improving, but still a yard short. To use his own, bring it up. Every little helps, but nothing behind the head.
Getting closer.
No change in hand, but we'd like to finish behind the white.
fractions.
It is. Just a little nick across there would have made all the difference in the world. Oh, Matthew Binney and Ben Teviotdale can do no more. So guide and aid their skip as much as they can.
Probably needed another couple of feet. I think it's obviously running on a bit further before it got contact, but it probably still wouldn't have made it. So an opportunity.
He's interested in this
Needs
one.
the jack.
Yep, and he got it. Great reaction there from Matthew Binney. Trying the draw shot. A little bit too much on there. Advantage Queensferry again. Can they make
Michael will want another one in here.
can they make Abbey's life a little bit harder? It's one of these ones, Colin, from the mat. It looks like you tell yourself all I've got to do is nestle against those two white balls, but it's different having to go and play it. You know how the hand's playing, it's not as simple as it looks.
Yeah, I think sometimes the adrenaline and the tension probably pushes a bit more weight on it too, and the hand will probably hang off with a little bit of weight and struggle to get back. So I suspect this is about a great weighted ball rather than something with running on it, but let's see what he gets. This is about pace because his line's great.
Oh,
I think he's drew it, Paul.
Has he got there? He's going to hold on. He has done so.
That's a tremendous ball under pressure.
Oh, how quickly the joy can ebb away with an opponent's ball. That's beautifully delivered. And now Michael McLean has to find something. He will have two chances at it. He does have the advantage of the last ball.
And again, this is down to pace. The only way he's going to get back to here is with great weight. I think he's just cut the line.
Cut the line. And the pressure that now puts on his last ball as well. There's an option. It's a brave shot either way. What do you do here if you're David? You try and block that off?
I think the last thing you want to do is draw another one and put it beside your other ball on the high side and give Michael a chance. You could block, you could run for cover. Well, he's certainly not kind of got in about the head, but you can see if he'd placed anything around jack high or 18 inches short anywhere nearer, then he would give Michael some play. As it sits, he may well elect to force on the forehand here.
Well, the dead draw, as David shows, is possible, but it is so tricky. The weighted ball needs to come through the gate of green and white and just either nick the blue shot ball away or trail the jack.
Yeah, it will look very tempting, I think, down the forehand with pace. Looks topside. Is he getting the luck this time? No, he's wide side.
It's not to be, and Abbey have dug themselves out of the hole. They won N6 to force it to the extra end. and they have taken it and will go forward to the youth pairs final here at the National Championships in 2023. Commiserations to Queensferry. They thought they had it, but Ben Teviotdale and David Cargill found their way back and won the extra end. A thrilling semi-final, winning it by 7-6. The National Championships 2023 continues. The men's singles final, our featured game at 2:15 p.m. Alan Gray against Alistair White. The whole match is live. We look forward to your company for that. Until then, bye for now.